Hey, how's it going? My name is Kovdark. I write threads and articles on all things crypto. I just started this YouTube channel with the goal of making crypto easier and more approachable. Today, we're looking at Messari's Crypto Theses for 2022 report. It came out a while ago, back in December of 2021. With us being more than halfway through the year, I decided that would be a good time to revisit this and see how things panned out. It's a 165-page report that I recommend everyone reads. There are a lot of insights in there. Obviously, some things have changed since December. Some things turned out to be right, some things turned out to be wrong. So take things here with a grain of salt. And because of that, we're not going to be focusing on the specifics in this one. We're going to be looking at the larger picture. More specifically, the top 10 narratives for 2022. In this video, we're going to be looking at the top takeaways and a summary of the top 10 narratives for 2022 from Messari's report. Before I start, I may be referring to Ryan Selkis in this video. He is the founder of Messari and he's the one who wrote this report. And with that, let's get into it. Number 1, the collapse of institutional trust. The economy is doing quite terrible right now. Public debt is high, inflation is high, there's been a hike in interest rates. Things got really bad in the past few months. $3 trillion in retirement savings have been wiped out by the stock market crash. Crypto has also crashed significantly. A lot of people now believe that they won't be able to retire without a miracle. The cause of a lot of this has been due to bad policies by the government. For many, the situation is looking helpless. People ought to keep working hard, multiple jobs sometimes, while inflation is eating savings. Banks don't give you anything in return. Houses are high, gas is high, cost of living is high, and retirement, for most, is looking unlikely. And the consequence of this is a large distrust in policymakers, and it's hitting all-time highs. 82% of Americans now disapprove of Congress. Crypto represents a change in this system, a new hope of sorts. The conventional system was set up by boomers for a different age, and it really doesn't work anymore. That's why for so many people, crypto represents hope and an escape from this conventional cycle. And that's why, in many ways, crypto is inevitable. There's a good thread on this, and I'll leave it in the description below. But this is one of the key narratives for this year and going forth. It's that collapse of institutional trust. Number 2, crypto is inevitable. A user-owned economy will outperform a monopolistic-owned economy, and we're well positioned to make that happen. We have talent. We have passionate, hungry, driven youngsters looking to make it out there. We have some of the best minds out there leaving big tech, Wall Street, PhDs coming to crypto to make it happen. We have capital. We've seen huge venture funds and billion-dollar valuations come out of crypto. These institutional investors have made billions of dollars, and despite some of them going bust recently, a lot of them exist and they're well positioned. It's a lot of money around to fuel this fire and keep it growing. We have the timing. The foundation has been laid over the last decade. The tech works, adoption and interest are slowly going up, and most importantly, everyone is painfully aware of how broken the existing system is, and it's evident that it needs some fixing, and crypto fixes a lot of these existing problems. Young folks have little to use. Society is tired of the low returns, high fees, and impossible dream of retirement. The environment is primed for crypto and primed for change. Number 3, bridges, NFTs, and DAOs. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about bridges, NFTs, and DAOs. In the report, Ryan says there are 3 areas that are quite underdeveloped: NFT infrastructure, DAO tooling, and interbridge protocols. In the last cycles, NFTs have exploded. But NFT tooling is still largely missing. NFT tooling, examples of this would be marketplaces, tools for creators, tools for teams to build NFTs, projects, reputation, identity management. Ryan believes that this will be one of the hottest areas in this year and the coming years. DAO tooling. DAOs are still struggling with management. Largely, DAO governance is a joke and is quite literally all over the place. Investments take too long, reaching consensus takes way too long, and most DAOs are failing. They need to get a lot better to compete with centralized groups. And over the next year or so, this will likely get a lot better, and this will likely be a hot space. Scaling solutions. Ethereum has been struggling with scaling, and this has led to the rise of alternative L1s. One of the biggest pain points is the lack of interoperability between chains. Solutions to this problem will be very hard in the future. Number 4, the decoupling of cryptos. Crypto has been rapidly evolving. Different sectors have different sources of value. NFTs are driven by different factors, DeFi is driven by different factors, and the information asymmetry for each space is only becoming larger. It's quite literally impossible for one person to stay on top of everything. This is why funds with their large teams who have the resources to assign different people to different spaces are having a great time at the moment. They have the manpower to stay on top of this asymmetry. Number 5, permanent venture capital. An insane amount of capital came into crypto in the last year. In the bull run, these funds made billions of dollars. A16Z, Paradigm, and others made a lot, raised a lot, and now they're waiting to buy the blood for a cheap, cheap price. On top of this, other institutions are coming into crypto as well. In the past few months, we have seen some of the big funds like 3AC get wrecked, but excluding those, there are a lot of institutions out there that are doing well. And they're sitting on billions, they've well protected themselves. And now, with prices so cheap, they're just going to swoop in and make a lot of money. And it looks like, for the long term too, the institutions are here to stay. Number 6, how high can we fly? In the report, Ryan gives 3 predictions to how the last bull run would play out. One of them was that it would crash soon and slowly get better long time. Well, the crash did indeed come, but I'll touch on the top signals that Ryan was looking at. Bitcoin. MVRV, or market value to realized value, shows the ratio between the current price and the average price of every token acquired. The more the ratio increases, the more people will be willing to sell as the potential profits increase. The value of MVRV gives an idea of how much overvalued or undervalued an asset is. It can be a useful indicator, and I'll leave a video on how you can use it in the description. Historically, when MVRV hits 3, it's a good time to take profits. When MVRV is below 1, it's a good time to buy in. However, indicators have assumptions and limitations, so make sure you understand them before using it. Ethereum. It's unlikely that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin this cycle. Each scaling challenges need to be addressed first. Instead, Ryan feels that it's more interesting and realistic to consider whether L1s as a whole will flip Bitcoin. Alternative layer 1s. There are a lot of layer 1s that were fiercely competing with each other. The one who wins it all is really going to come down to good app distribution and attracting top talent to build on a non-Ethereum chain. These chains also are going to move with Ethereum. But from what we've seen in the past few months, only a few of these alternative L1s will survive, and a lot of these ETH killers will not make it out. DeFi. Although DeFi has grown tremendously, it only represents less than 1% of total global banks' market cap. This means that the upside that remains long term is enormous. However, now rates of top tier protocols are stalling competition between protocols is increasing. There have been a lot of security and technical problems, and there have been a lot of defaults. DeFi is great, but at the moment, it's not very compelling to a lot of people. NFTs. NFTs represent a huge opportunity. In September 2021, it was estimated that NFT market cap was around 14 billion. NFTs could be a huge Trojan horse for mass adoption. Long term, the scope of this market is huge. NFT infrastructure in particular remains a huge opportunity. Number 7, surviving the crypto winter. Well, crypto winter is here. There's going to be a lot of negativity. There has been a lot of negativity. People are going to lose faith in crypto. FUD is going to be at an all-time high. Critics are rejoicing. And lots of big guys are going bust. It is tough. But reevaluate your faith in crypto and stick it out if your conviction is still there. Stay away from leverage. Prepare for taxes. Don't short. Don't catch the falling knife. If you're a builder, protect your treasury. Keep building and be cautious. The WAGMI meme is slowly turning into we're gonna survive. Number 8, the public companies. Although Coinbase's increase in stock price and valuation has been impressive, its return hasn't been quite comparable to Bitcoin or Ethereum. However, public crypto companies, crypto IPOs, and ETFs serve an important purpose: marketing. It strengthens crypto's narrative in the public eye. They also get their top tier PR teams to spread the message of crypto to the masses. Remember that Coinbase ad in the Super Bowl? It's good for the space. Also, public stocks have a lot of alpha in their filings. New features, revenue reports, and a lot more are disclosed in their filings, so it's worth digging through those to get an edge. Number 9, copy trading VCs. Crypto trading is social and meme driven. A lot of money has been made chasing the top VCs and chasing memes. The market rewards builders and fast followers. Here are the most commonly held assets by crypto funds in Q3 of 2021. On that note, I made a step-by-step demo on finding and tracking smart money and whales on my YouTube. I'll leave it below in the description. Number 10, what the Messari analysts are holding. Messari analysts disclose what assets they are holding. Here's what they were holding when this report came out. Obviously, it's been a while since this came out and things have changed. Either way, blindly copy trading people is a losing strategy. Instead, look at their theses, what they like and why, and focus on that instead. And that's it. Those were Messari's top 10 narratives and investment themes for 2022. I highly recommend reading the full report, and I'll leave it below in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe. More crypto guides, demos, and interviews coming your way, so subscribe to stay in the loop. Also, follow my Twitter @CovDuck for daily guides, breakdowns, and a lot more. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.